guys, welcome to another edition of UK Games Reviewer. Today I will be reviewing Recore on the PC/Xbox. So I had a look on some channels, to YouTube channels, to see if there was anything that's showing you how to play the game, because it can be quite frustrating where you try to jump up rocks and you can't get up there or you die. So I thought I'd do a video on exactly what to do. So, as you can see, if there's an enemy there, you find out what colour he is. So he... So if I just go and find some enemies. On my left-hand screen at the bottom, you've got gold, red, silver and blue. So obviously, depending on the colour of the enemy, is what you use. So these ones almost will be red. So I'll go towards them, fire away, and then you push Y to use your robot that's with you. You'll get him to use his special powers. As you can see, he's firing away. And I can also push L2 to change him. So once you get this, so he'll change now. So he'll change. Fire away. Sometimes he does kill him before you can actually collect the ball things that you have to collect. Because obviously he's at a certain level. So if I go around, I'll show you what to roughly do. So if you push LB, obviously you change your robot. Let's go and get some enemies. So you can spend a long time grinding out the hours and having a look around. There is a lot to have a look at. Yeah, so I'll fight these ones. These are red. Just get fire away. And need your robot to help you out. 68, obviously that's the best that you can get at the moment. Put them on like level 28, something like that, 27.
Let him have it, Seth.
Oh my God.
Give it to him.
Sometimes the red just keeps shifting sometimes. I've found as well, I don't know about the new update, but it has glitched a hell of a lot. And sometimes it freezes, or you go through certain places and it can freeze. So you have to go around collecting all these, because obviously you need these to...
Come on, Matt.
You need these to obviously do up your robots. So if I push start, give you an idea, there's the inventory. So obviously within the inventory you collect everywhere on the map all different things, and obviously the cores that you collect, it adds up to what all you need to do is help your robots get stronger. So I'll show you what I have at the moment, my crew. So you've got Mac and Seth. Obviously Mac is better with gold people, gold robots than better with blue robots than gold and red. And obviously with Seth, he's better with gold than blue and red. And it also changes with other robots as well. If I just go back to the crawler, you have to go back there to upgrade your monsters, and obviously upgrade your monsters. I'll show you how that all happens and what you have to do. Don't just go out and use all your cores. So let me just take it back. That's it. So you work on the workbench. So if I say, you research blueprints. If you go into there, that's obviously the one you start with the canine dog. You go on to your heads, and obviously every time you've got level 1, level 10, level 5, level 15, they go so forth up and up. And on the right hand side it says materials, that's what you need. So obviously green meaning I have them all. And I'll show you, like a gold one is the ones that are in white I haven't got. So obviously I still need 2 sensors and amplifiers before I can get that level 25. And the same with the bodies, is exactly the same. But what you can do is obviously you can't jump to a level 25 when you're only like a level 1 or level 5. So it's pointless, don't waste your money. If I say with this one here as well, robot, collect level 14, level 14, and obviously I've got that one there, level 17 that he's on at the moment. If you go on to COREBOTs, so this is where you can change. So if, for argument's sake, during the levels, you're going to be using most of the Canine Dog and Mac. But obviously Duncan and Seth you get later on in the game, and that's what you need to go back to and go through certain levels to use their abilities, because obviously every single one of them has different abilities. So the Canine Dog sniffs around in certain areas, and obviously he can get find things in the ground. Mac, he goes through, he climbs and goes up walls. Duncan bashes walls, and obviously Seth can fly over certain points he can't get to. So if you need to use a Canine Dog for whatever reason, you swap the core, you put it back into the Canine. Obviously he's called Seth now, but you can use him now, and then you have to pick him. So he's better on gold, he's better with gold enemies than blue and red, and so forth with the other ones. There you go. Duncan is better with red. Obviously gold and blue is not the best. And if you go to Core Fusion, this is basically what you do when you build up your robots you have with you. So Mac, if you go to Mac, he's reached his maximum level. So this one would be blue. No, this one's red. So you use a red core. So I've got 610 at the moment. Gold I've got 629, which is top right hand corner, and blue I've got 816. So if you just want to upgrade these, obviously I'll try and mix it between all three of them if you can, and just all we do is just keep upgrading them, and obviously they get powerful and powerful. If you accept changes, once you've gone on here, this is your stash. So when it tells you that you need certain things, you can either do, if you've got 4 bronzes, you can convert 3 bronze to 1 silver. So if I show you combined, don't grind because it just gives you computer money if you want to whatever the currency is in this game. Go to combined, 3 to 1. And you've done that. Once you've done that, you can go to where it is 4, and you can combine 3 of these into 1 gold. Because obviously the higher powered items you will need actually gold. So you can see you can just change them wherever you need to keep going backwards and forwards and find out how many you need, so you can unlock certain items. That's it. And then obviously when you go wherever you want to go, you can either go to Mac, he'll take you to wherever you want on the island. You can either fast track or select a crew, so you can, whichever area you're going to go into, you need to pick which one is suitable for that area. If I also show you it took me a little while to do.
Let's do this, Violet.
If I go on to fast track, so around this area here, when I was about 4 or 5 hours in, I had two robots with me, so the K9 and the spider one that I had, I think is Seth. And I tried jumping into the middle here as close as I can to get over to here. And I was dying every time, and it was so frustrating. I looked everywhere, climbed up all the mountains, kept on getting radiation and dying. And it wasn't until I just went, I thought, go try something else, that I ended up getting a robot that actually makes you fly. So that is when you need to do this bit. So leave it alone until you get the last robot, which is the flying one. So that's obviously how to do certain areas. You do need certain robots to do different areas. Some areas you can't get into until you've got certain robots. This is probably the last one that everyone will do. Obviously you need 75 crystals to get into this, and you need to be on the level 25. So that's probably the last thing you're going to be doing in the game. Obviously with all these you've got in level 5s. So you need to get 2 crystals, I've got 1, 6 boxes I've got out of 10, and 1 on 1 with extra health. And you just got to keep going along until you get as many as you can. But as I say, 75 to get into this one. I have heard as well that there is going to be a free DLC for the 4th character, because obviously there's one outstanding, or possibly even more than that, outstanding on the game. So that's going to be coming shortly. That I've had a look at on websites and find out, and that's something that's coming in the next sort of couple of weeks, I would have thought. Regards to the boss, this is where you're going to fight the boss in this bit here. I wouldn't even entertain it until you've got at least, I think, 45 crystals, because once you get into the tower itself, you have to do certain levels, and every time you do a level you have to have 5 extra. I went in at 20, I think, or 25, and I had to, every time I'd done the tower I had to come out again and do get 5 crystals and then go back into again, which I found quite annoying, and it got a bit boring and repetitive after a while. What I would say is obviously you've got 2 bosses in there, and once you get to the top, between level 1 and 5, I think in the game it was so pointless actually doing it in the game, but they've done it to obviously drag the game out as long as it needs to be going, as long as it needs to go out for. So I've actually completed the game, and I thoroughly enjoyed it because you can play, you know, a couple of hours here and there, drop it, and then obviously pick it up and play it for a couple of other hours. I hope you found this information useful. If you do want more information on the game, please do leave a message on my YouTube channel. That's UK Games Reviewer. And I hope you're enjoying the game.